This question comes from Annie Wagner, and she asks, I've made a huge mistake. That's not a question, Annie. When I was in high school, a friend asked me, hey, Annie, would you like the rest of these blueberries? And I accidentally said yes. My life has never been the same. You see, I actually hate blueberries, but I feel like I have to keep up this image of enjoying blueberries. Ever since then, I have suffered through eating countless blueberries. But enough is enough. How do I come clean about not liking blueberries to all my friends who believe that I love blueberries? How do I deal with the repercussions of betraying their trust? Well, I'll tell you what. A good way to do it is on a public podcast.
Yeah, for sure.
That's.
I think you've got to work your way around this, because nobody likes a person that comes out after years and says, my life's been a ruse. My name is not Annie, it's Jamal, and I don't like blueberries. I like strawberries. And just, that's going to take everybody by storm, knowing that all of a sudden now you're Jamal, the girl who doesn't like blueberries but enjoys a good strawberry. So what you've got to do is you really got to work your way around it to finding how you can make it look like you've lured yourself out of the blueberry friendship. Like, have you ever seen Hunger Games?
I've seen the Hunger Games.
Yeah, at the end of Hunger Games, they're going to eat these poison blueberries and they're going to die for a good cause. Now, you could just start convincing people that you become like a heavy activist in some kind of something that you want people to be aware of.
Do you know what they do to those blueberries?
And you just start
poisoning. Do you know how they treat those blueberries? I can't stand eating them any longer.
I was going to say...
Mistreatment of blueberries is tearing this country apart.
You could, yeah.
You ask us what buildings are being torn up about. It's the mistreatment of blueberries, Roger. Thank you for asking.
I was going to go with, you could keep poisoning blueberries and people would have to keep slapping them out of your hands so you didn't poison yourself. But now, I like this path that we're on of... You could be the first person that's like the vegetarian of blueberries. You could be like the first person that convinces the world that blueberries is the new meat that everybody needs to avoid.
It up. You're giving it up to God.
Yeah, you're just like, you know, like millions of blueberries suffer every year, and it's because we just pick them right off the bushes from their homes.
We're really making a lot of non-living things into living things today, aren't we?
I think that's just because we're opening our eyes, Will.
We're finally getting it. Get woke. Wake up, sheeple. Yeah, I like that. Also, I just as a side note, I love the mental thought of continually after that one time, because you were given the choice. You messed up real good. You goofed so hard when that person was like, "You love blueberries, Annie," and you're like, "Yes," and you did it. And you could have said no, but you said yes. And then every single other time you've lied to yourself and you've had this internal struggle inside when people are like, "Hey, there's blueberry girl. Here you go. Merry Christmas. Thank you, grandmother." And it's like 6 pounds of blueberries. And you're like, "I am the blueberry lover." And that's it. And I can't imagine the turmoil you've gone through.
Yeah, did you know? Actually, the reason I knew about this, because people call her blueberry lover all the time. Papa John's actually got a hold of the nickname and just for her made a blueberry lovers pizza. And
it's not dessert pizza, weirdly enough, too. It's like marinara sauce.
It is legitimately a meat lovers pizza, but also blueberries.
And yeah, they make a meat lovers pizza, and then after it comes out, they just sprinkle like 18 raw blueberries over the top.
Yep.
And it's deceiving because they say it's blueberry lovers, and there's like 6 pounds of meat on that bad boy. You don't even know what half of those meats are. But every once in a while, two bites per slice, you'll get one raw blueberry thrown in there. Yeah. It's to offset the grease.
For like half a second, you'll think you're eating a pancake, and you'll be like, "Oh, thank God, the meat lover's torment is over," and then you'll realize you're still in it. Maybe.
Okay, Zane, have you had a pancake with bacon in it?
Yeah.
Have you had a pancake with blueberries in it?
I did this morning.
What's up with that, huh? Why can you do that? Why can you get away with that? Because if I said I'm having bacon blueberry pizza, I would be looked at like a madman. Like I just broke out of prison. But like if I have a blueberry pancake and then a bacon pancake next to it, People are like, that's a good breakfast.
I mean, I guess it's the fact that the putting cheese on it is just like a whole different
Is it the
situation.
cheese?
It's gotta be, right?
Cheese.
It can't be the sauce. The sauce is just pick your poison. That's whatever you want.
Your sauce of choice is one is sugary maple and the other one is
marinara.
Tomatoes. Yes, I think that it might be the sauce because even if you were to put some sort of cheese on your pancakes, which now we're really getting into some messed up stuff. Like, what?
Let's look at it this way. Let's take the other two ingredients, bread and sauce.
It's sauce.
And now let's put that in the form of pasta. Now you're eating pasta that's got marinara sauce on it and bacon and blueberries. Now is that weird?
No, that's still bad. It's because maple syrup is pancake sauce. Marinara is pizza sauce.
Yes.
Are we on the same page here?
Yes.
That is what makes it gross. You can have bacon with your marinara, and you can have... Frick, I don't know. I lost my train of thought. It's the sauce. That's the difference.
Long story short, Annie, if you want to stop eating blueberries, just take a culmination. Just take notes on everything we just said and start. Just have a week, just a hell week where you know it's not going to be fun of just eating blueberry pizzas, blueberry pasta, blueberry bacon, whatever. And then just keep throwing that. And then people think that you've got such an obsession that they'll throw an intervention for you and say, this blueberries fetish got to stop, Annie. This has gone too far. And you'll say, you gotta play it off a little bit. You got to say,
it's going to for a while.
It's going to be a little tough, but I think with you guys' help, we can get through this. Don't just be like, oh, sweet. People are going to be like, whoa, wait a minute. What's going on? You trying to scheme us here or something? No, you don't want people to be on all of a sudden on guard. You got to let them ease into this. And then after like a week or so, bada boom, you're out of it. And people think that you not only don't like blueberries, you can't have them. People will be like, hey, Annie, you want blueberries? Other people will be like...
And then you show them your, like, Blueberries Anonymous token that you got after 4 weeks.
Yeah, you show them the token, and you'll have friends that'll be like, whoa, step off. She just got off that stuff.
She's clean, man. Get off. Yeah, I think along the same vein, you can show up to a friend group and be like, Annie, blueberries! And you're like, dude, I can't. And they're like, what do you mean? You love blueberries? And you say, yeah. But I OD'd on blueberries last week. You haven't seen me in 4 days, right? And you're like, yeah? Where have you been? I'm like, I freaking OD'd on blueberries. And, since I stopped, you know how I suck? And they're like, yeah, I stopped sucking. It's just gone. I'm better now. It's new me, baby. And they're like, wow. And they throw out the blueberries.